Hello and welcome back to Democracy 3. Last week, people asked me to play Egypt and asked me to play a dictatorship. We're going to try and do both. Now, I'm not entirely sure how we're going to measure our success, but once we get in there, we'll have a better idea of what we want to kind of go for. Let's have a look at some of the problems in the country, because we're still going to have to deal with them at some point. We have a relatively high amount of obesity. We have a relatively high amount of gender inequality. Literacy is not that high. There's a lot of generally not so great things. It's relatively corrupt. If it's 37 out of 100 and 0 is highly corrupt, we're on the corrupt side of things to start with. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff. There's also a lot of public debt. Like, that is huge. Okay, let's have a look. We're just going to leave everything where it is for just now, because what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of term limits later. That's the, one of the ideals of our dictatorship thing. There are no term limits, we're in charge forever. Don't need to care about how many terms we've set down. Right, let's have a look. We start with an amazingly high amount of political capital, so that's, we can change a lot right off the bat. We also spend a lot, our deficit is a lot, and our debt is a lot. Our income is so much, why are we spending 200 billion? What's it on? Pensions. Health service, schools, military spending is really low, actually. So we probably want to lower pension spending, but sorry, what's going on? We're 200 billion down. Pension spending is only 43 billion. Like, if you add together our top 10, we're not even close to that 200 number. So there must be a whole bunch of things that are adding into this. But it's probably because our income is so low. That's our main problem. So what's our income? Well, borrowing. Okay, so really our main problem is the fact that we spend a lot of money on debt. I suppose I could have done that to switch between them. That would be more sensible. But yeah, borrowing is one of our main ways of getting money. That's not good. Income tax is also a way, but it doesn't make nearly as much as it should. I think the problem is our income is so low because we're generating so little money from our GDP. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, it's 0. So we're generating pretty much nothing from that, and that means that therefore our people, or basically that's a relative index of how much each person is making. I forget what it is actually called. Gross domestic product. Total market value of all the goods and services produced within the nation in a year. We're not producing very much. People aren't making very much. It's not basically we're not actually making any money for the income tax to take a cut off. That's what I was trying to get to in that weird roundabout way. Let's look at our positives first before we go into more of that. Oil wealth. We have some oil wealth. There's some potential for doing stuff there. Naturally boosts our GDP. It does lower the environment. Environmentalists don't like it. Rural don't like it. But it does help a little bit. Okay. Ancient wonder. We got a lot of tourism coming in here. And then we got natural wonder, which gives us more tourism. Okay, so a couple of different threads that we can pull on there to get some extra money. What are our problems? Let's start up here. We have homelessness. Don't really need to worry about that because basically that's a product of our GDP being low. Female genital mutilation. That's probably a problem for us because that lowers health, it lowers women's opinion of us, and it lowers liberals' opinion of us. It doesn't do anything positive for us, so we don't, and it's not caused by anything positive. It's caused by education, so that's not a good one. Pollution. Pollution is something that we're not quite going to be able to deal with. Probably, we would have to focus on that 100% to do anything about it. Oh, interesting. You can right-click here and get into the policy ideas. That's really useful. Didn't know that. Okay. Uncompetitive economy. That's a product of our GDP being low. Skill shortage. That's probably one of the things that's causing our GDP to be low. Poor transport links. If we had better transport, all of these things would be better. I think transport is a thing that we may have to focus on before we get into the whole dictatorship kind of side of things. Power blackouts. Again, infrastructure. That kind of goes into the same one as transport. We need to fix those problems. Obesity, not something we can really deal with right now. Asthma, that's environment. We have a civil uprising. Okay, that's because our democracy is low. Our democracy is as low as it can get. There is no democracy. Okay. We have religious persecution. That's because there's a lot of racial tension. Okay. That's fine. And we also have military interference, which is a problem, but it's because our stability is so, like, low. Okay, so stability and infrastructure. These are our two main things. First one is we have poor transport links. We can fix all of that real quickly. Let's go and spend some money. The toll roads, I think, is a really good way to do this. It's going to make us a lot of money. It's going to make, going to get our infrastructure up. Capitalists are going to love it. Urban are going to love it. Motorists aren't. Car usage is going to go down. But overall, should be fine. Let's start with that one. That one seems fine. Road building, I also want to invest more money into. It's going to increase car usage, but it's also going to increase infrastructure, which is kind of what we're looking for. Motorists are going to be happy about it. So, that's fine. We'll do that. Okay, so we've done those two ones. What else could we do up here? None of these are really about, you know, improving, like, our infrastructure. What kind of things are in infrastructure? Let's go in here. So it's public services kind of things. State religion. We could endorse a state religion. Would that lower racial tensions? It might if we have just one race that's, like, or one... That's racial tensions, no, it's religious persecution, never mind. I thought we had racial tensions as well. No, we have religious persecution, okay. In which case, state religion might help if we choose a specific one. I have no idea how they would phrase this one as, like, what it would benefit. I'm going to implement it anyway. Okay. Oh, we can have official religion or theocracy. These are our two options. I guess we're going to have a theocracy because it's going to lower liberalism in our country. We want less liberals because religious like us, liberals don't, effectively. There's only the 20% of them, religious there's 42%. I think we could switch that round. Okay, that cost us a lot to implement. That cost us everything to implement. Okay, well, next turn. We may not all look alike or sound alike, but under your leadership, we now all feel equal for fellow man, woman, / other. Isn't that the most important thing? I suspect this achievement is from last time. I don't suspect it's from this time with the female genital mutilation problem. Okay, children's food. Regulate, unregulate. Unregulate, it doesn't matter for us. Okay, 5% of people would vote for us. Amazing. Okay. Our deficit is actually still around where it was. Okay, that's not too bad. How are our transport links looking? Nothing's changing there. It's all infrastructure. Road building's helping. Okay. It's helping, but it's not instantly solving. That's a problem, but it's not something we can instantly solve. Anything else you want to do in here? I don't suppose anything about what... So civil uprising is going down. We could probably stop that a little bit. Let's try and stop this one. So right of demonstration being none is... Oh, okay. It was implemented before we were in, maybe? Oh, no. Final is less. Oh, so I guess it was that before we were in? That would be fine. I don't know. Which way does it need to go? Civil uprising. So right of demonstration was... I don't know why that's a little bit weird. But yeah, we want more right... We want less right of demonstration. Yeah, definitely. Because that's going to lower that. That's kind of where we're going here. What else? Torture use. If we increase that, there would be less of a civil uprising. Yeah, let's raise it. We're going to use more torture, and we're going to use more... We're going to lower the right of demonstration more. That's going to tilt this a little bit more. ID cards? Suppose we could put that in a little bit more. We can't raise that, though. Okay. What else have we got? Armed police? Yeah, let's just raise that a little bit. A little bit more armed police. Let's go for submachine guns. What else have we got in here? Police force. Oh, of course we're raising that to the maximum. Yeah. Yeah, we can't allow anything else happening here. More people in the police. What else do we need? We need detention without trial. Definitely unlimited. We don't have the capital to do that. Fair enough. What else do we need? ID cards. Yeah, I suppose. Oh, I already looked at ID cards, didn't I? What else do we need? We need wiretapping. That seems good. Yeah, we'll have universal monitoring. Right, let's next turn that. So, there is an oil drilling opportunity. Okay. We're going to allow it. because we have a lot of oil and we need money. 6% of people would vote for us. Everybody joining groups about, you know, not liking us. Alright. So, how's the civil uprising going? Still there, huh? Okay, fair enough. Transport links has not changed yet. Well, was infrastructure. It probably hasn't changed yet either. Yeah, it's up there. It became worse, apparently, over time. Yeah, okay. It's not great. Anything we get a quick win by getting rid of this. We could just put a ban on it. That would probably do a lot towards stopping it. Yeah. Let's just do one of those. That'll probably help get rid of that problem. Yeah. Actually having it banned. National service. That sounds pretty good. Let's have that in here. A lot more conservative patriots going to be a lot more patriots. That's what we want to see. Right, it's going to cost us a little bit, but that's going to be good. Do we want to petition for foreign aid? Probably not, with the fact that we just have patriots. Like, put into our country. What else do we want to do? We probably want to see what else we can put in here. They're not like a... I was looking for prayer. Those ones would be good with our religious stuff, but we can't put them in yet. Base Discrimination Act, no. Prisoner tagging could be good. Community policing would be good as well. Okay. Police drones could be fun. Private prisons. Maybe. Yeah, that could be good. I don't know. Prisoner tagging, I think, is what we're going to go for. Gonna lower crime, violent crime, and liberals. Anyway, let's next turn it. Okay, foreign journalists jailed. Everyone is unhappy, apart from patriots and conservatives. Okay. Credit rating downgraded. 10% of people would vote for us, so more people would vote for us now. And people are leaving groups. Alright, I guess that's the Women's Society. Starting to twist back around there because we've implemented this, which is pretty much going to help get rid of that problem. Okay, what else have we got? Per transport links is wobbling. This one is all... yeah, it's kind of going up. What's wrong with our transport? Still not quite twisting around into the right direction. Okay. I think it's time to put in faith schools. I think that's a good way to go with our things here. I mean, CCTV could be good. Oh, yeah, I forgot to check. How's our civil uprisings going down? I think CCTV could be good, perhaps. Anything else in law and order that sounds good? Curfews. Actually, you know what? That sounds like a great way to stop our civil uprising. You're allowed to be... there's curfew between 10 p.m. and 8 a.m. You should be asleep otherwise. Our GDP is going to fall from that, but I'm fine. Getting rid of one of our problems. We have faith schools. Not quite yet. Okay. And then we'll have community policing at the same time. Cancel policy. We don't want community policing because that's going to make the liberals happy. Well, it's going to increase the amount of liberals. Gated communities could be good. I guess maybe we want to do... I guess the Gender Discrimination Act is going to go well for us here. Yeah. Well, it's going to make liberals and women like us. Like, well... yeah, I guess we'll put it in at top. I think that's going to be fine. Yeah. It's going to make liberals like us. It isn't going to increase the number of liberals. That's fine. We want Race Discrimination Act? Probably not. Well, not right now, anyway. What else do we want to put in? Public libraries? I don't know. We could be a very, you know, nice public-friendly dictatorship. What else are we going for? I don't know. There's a lot of things we could put in here. I think welfare fraud could be useful. Let's just push that up a little bit. Right, next turn. Celebrity dies in prison. Okay. We're going to clamp down on protesters. We get 14% of the poll. And Patriot Party's starting to get more people against us. Oh, I wouldn't have expected that. Transport links is changing. Civil uprising is disappearing. That's what we want to see. We want to push that right down. Okay. What else do we want to get rid of? I don't know. I guess CCTV cameras sound good. It's going to lower the civil uprising again. Face recognition. And then let's get... Every time I look, we're just a tiny bit off every time. Transport. I do want some better infrastructure. I'm not sure how we go about that. I don't know. Let's have a religious rest day. There we go. Let's see how that goes. Next. So, border alteration ratified. We're going to deport anybody here. We're a patriot. Only our citizens are our citizens. Everybody's leaving things. Everyone's fine. Nobody's in any of these groups anymore. It's probably because we've taken away their freedom to be so. Like, to be in any. Alright, so that's going to change. Everyone's going to like us after this. International trade, GDP, foreign relations, and foreign investment will all go up. Which will hopefully start making us some more money. Kind of what we're looking for. Do we have term limits down here? Executive term limit. 4. 7? The like cancel policy. There is no term limit. I guess we're stuck in our original term limit anyway. Okay. So we don't need to do that. Oh, executive term limit. There we go. We can just push that up to like none. Wait, what's the other one? That's executive term limit. That's executive term length. I see. So there's 4 years and 2. So actually, no. We would like that to be, you know, unlimited, please. Thank you. While we have the capital to push that through. Next. One of our cabinet ministers is unhappy. Yep. Our welfare minister with their core supporters being liberals and motorists. Oh dear. Civil uprising is now at an end. Opposition members persecuted. Members of the opposition and their supporters being subjected to a campaign of persecution by government agents. Good. Fantastic. 17% of people would vote for us because they have no choice. Also, there isn't going to be no more votes, so that's fine. And everyone else is dropping down. That's what I like to see. Okay, so. Let's see where we want to go with this. Military interference is pretty high because our stability is still pretty low. Okay. How's this looking? That is dropping. It's dropping. It's going to take some time. Foreign intelligence going down. Border tensions fairly high because our foreign relations are bad. We could increase military spending by like a lot. And that's going to make patriots like us. It's going to increase state employee income. It's going to increase state employee members. That's kind of what we're looking for, yeah. Let's go for overwhelming force. Hopefully that'll fix our border tensions as well. Just by scaring anybody else off. We have enough for our religious things. How many do we need? We need 50 and 49. Wow. Okay. Anything else I want to do here? You'd save our points. That's possible. Let's save our points. Right, credit rating was downgraded. That's fine. 90% of people would vote for us. The Patriot Party has warned against us, apparently. Even though we just, you know, re-put military spending up to an all-time high. Okay, so faith schools. That's what we're looking for now. We would like more of that, please. Want faith school subsidies or open? We probably want school prayers first. Let's go with that. We want to basically increase religious membership. If we have a look at our religion now, 95% of the population are religious. Oh my. That's huge. What did we do first? I forgot what we did to put them in first before we put school prayers. State religion. Oh, right, yeah. Made it. We literally put it into law that everyone would be religious. I guess that makes, or would have this religion. Okay. Another one of my ministers is unhappy. Ethnic minorities and women. Fair enough. Foreign military training. We've been offered training by a foreign ally. Decline. We get 21% of the vote if there was ever going to be a vote. And, yeah. Everything's going down. That's what we like to see. Okay, so. Power transport links is changing. It wasn't a beastie I meant to click on. It was power blackouts. Those are changing. Religious persecution still going on. Okay. How many people are liberal? I actually kind of want to check that. 1% of the population is liberal. Okay. Homelessness is slowly not being a problem as we get more and more state employees. You know what? Maybe we increase the state health service and things like that. We try and get everyone to be state employees as well. Yeah. We're basically spending money we don't have here, but that's fine. State schools, all in. I think this is going to help quite a lot in a lot of our different ways. Okay, transport minister resigned, as did... and a sports team... one of our sports teams seeks asylum abroad. Oh, okay. Well, that's not great. We get 39% of the vote if there ever was one. That's fine. And everyone's leaving these groups. That's what I like to see. Turns out the threat of torture does work. Right. Foreign affairs minister. Let's see what we got. Trade unionist and... Wait, where is... We're looking for foreign policy first. Foreign policy 2.6. 4.6. Oh, that one's not one. 3.9? Socialist environmentalist, sure. Welfare. Welfare is gonna be... this guy, trade unionists and conservatives. Economy. That one's gonna be religious and poor. Sounds good to me. Tax. Tax is gonna be 3. That's fine. Oh, 4.6. There we go. Be like state employees. So everything we're doing now is great. Which one? Public services. Public services. Public services. I don't see any really high public services ones, do I? Oh no, there we go. 4.2 will do. He likes liberals, though. He might not like what we're doing. Law and order. Conservative patriot. Okay, transport. Religious state employees. Perfect. That's a good group we got going on there. Okay, what else do we want to do with our remaining points? Freedom of thought and association. So we don't want anyone to have an independent viewpoint. We're going to get rid of that. Okay. Well, let's do we leave it there? Or there's probably a policy we can implement. I don't know, law and order? Anything in here we want? Police drones. Let's have a lot of those. Alright, next turn. Okay, we're a police state. Seems no one has been a stronger champion of the surge of... sorry. It seems nobody has been a stronger champion of the power of the state than you. Our citizens are now under firmer control than ever before. Good work. Nice. There's a coup warning. Our intelligence services have warned of an impending coup. We must decide whether to resolve this internally or look to a foreign ally for support. Resolve internally. Yes. We have 45% of the vote, and everybody's leaving these because we have really good intelligence. That's what I like to see. 91. That's a lot of capital we have right now. We can pretty much implement whatever we feel like. Okay. I think internet censorship seems pretty good, probably. Yeah, let's get rid of some of that. Definitely. Right, how many state employees are there? 60% of the state people are state employees. Almost everyone is religious, so which means this creationism versus evolution is going to be only creationism. Religious membership goes up. Religious like us a lot more. Liberal membership is 0. There are no liberals. Every liberal has left. How many capitalists are there? There's still 40% capitalists. Okay. There's a few trade unionists, but they're dropping down. They're dropping down. Okay, so what else do we need? Well, let's see if there's anything that's already dropping down. Homelessness should stop being a problem soon as we keep pushing more and more state things. Have we got university grants? Apparently we already have that. Interesting. Civil service wage parity. Well, I mean, if we do this, 90% of the state is people are state employees. Almost everyone is religious, so which means this creationism versus evolution is going to be only creationism. Religious membership is 60% of the state the income of state employees is going to go up. Therefore, we're going to get more money from income tax because everyone's going to be a state employee. I mean, that's fine. Yeah, that works for me. Absolutely fine. School prayers are already in. What else can we get? Anything else here? Can't quite get faith schools. I'm just going to next turn it. Credit rating downgraded. Oh well. 57% of the vote, if there ever was one. Unemployment is dropping, and yeah, we have every one of these are just losing people. 107 political power to play with. Okay, so faith schools, that's what we're after, right? Yeah. 100% faith schools. Lowers racial tension as well, apparently, if we had any. Yep, we want all faith schools in. Citizenship tests, definitely want some of that in there. Yep. What else do we want? We want... I don't know. Anything else in here jumping at me? Childcare provision, state child benefit. I'm trying to see if there's anything that looks good in there. Anything else going on along here? We have child labor already? Oh, let's make that legal. It's going to increase our GDP a lot. Yeah, liberals aren't going to like it, but who cares? There we go. That's what we're after. GDP, nice GDP increase. Anything else in here we're looking for? State pension. Not feeling like we need those, so let's just next turn that. Opposition members are persecuted again. Okay, crime is still 0, education's going up. 68% if there ever was one. There are some members of these, you know, groups. Alright, let's see what else we can get in here. Corporal punishment, as much as possible. Yep. What else do we need? If I go back to this and then go back to security briefing. Tasers and freedom of information inactive. We have freedom of information allowed? Oh, that seems not good. Tasers are something we need. Tasers. Yeah, we'll have that. All the way. Yep. And it said we had freedom of information. So we can have... we implement that with no freedom of information? Yeah. That's kind of where we want to be. And that'll mean that we have everything, right? Yeah, we now have everything. That's at 0. Well, if we had that 100, wait, would that change things? Yeah, let's have that 100. Yeah, have a lot of freedom of information. Right of demonstration? Oh no, I think we have this... oh, right, if we had right of demonstration, they wouldn't. Oh, so we actually do want that at 0. So we just kind of want that cancelled. That's fine. So we wasted some points in that one. Next turn. Here we're doing. Credit rating downgraded. Oh no. We'd get 75% of the vote. There's nobody in these security things anyway. Alright, what else do we have points to spend on? Anything else that sounds crazy? Law and order. Religious law. Obviously. Much as possible. Yes. We want all of that in there. What else do we want? Anti-corruption agency. At this point, I feel it would be kind of lost. Definitely, gated communities sound good. Yeah, that could work. Racial profiling. I mean, it would work fairly well because everybody in our country is going to be one race at some point. We have a huge deficit. Maybe we'll try and turn that around now. Now that we have complete control. I don't know. Put everything into robotics and just hope it works. I don't know. We could. What are our major problems? Let's start looking at these and fixing them now that we've got something solved. Order tensions are pretty high. What's lowering our stability? The opposition members keep getting... yeah, that's a problem. The fact that they keep getting shut down. Okay. Anything that we can fix? Skill shortage is going away, actually. Pollution, that's going up. Infrastructure per transport links is going down. Okay, as is power blackout, or as our power blackout. Okay. Let's just start implementing some laws. So we could go for, I don't know, state housing would solve our homelessness problem, and like that would solve it instantly, pretty much. You're all state employees and you're all living in my house, like in our houses. That would pretty much solve the problem. Yeah. Okay. What else have we got here? Gender representation measures. That's something we could potentially slip in there. Yeah, that would probably increase some people's opinion of us. What else could we fit in there? We could go for some, I don't know, we can make ourselves a tax shelter. I'm not sure that's potentially the best way to go for things. We do tax credits. Okay. That would encourage private stuff. We don't want private stuff. Married tax allowance. Gonna increase the amount of people who are parents. We currently have 0 liberals currently, which is great. Trade unionists? Quite a few. How many parents do we have? 30%. Okay. Religious is 100%, and they're fanatically supporting me. That's pretty much the reason we're not gonna ever get like assassinated. Conservatives are pretty much 100% the same. Okay. Capitalists, it doesn't matter. Even though the capitalist side of them don't like me, religious does. So if we go into a focus group here, right? We're going to see that, like, we're going to have a lot of people who are in... we will just look randomly and see, like, they are fanatically supportive because they're all in, like, our groups. Like, all of them support me. Like, 100% approval rating. Perfect. We could probably do some unpopular things as well if we want, like, put more taxes on things, but probably doesn't seem like the best way to go. I don't know. I guess I kinda do want... I guess free school meals actually sounds pretty good. Kinda fixes some of our obesity problems. Let's next turn it. So we have now got God's Kingdom. You've done fantastic work in the service of God and restored our country's rightful status one kingdom under God with pious and devoted population. Yeah. Perfect. We have a debt crisis. Yep. I can see that. UN ambassador. Yeah, patriotic stuff. Poverty is dropping. That's what I like to see. 78% of the vote. That wasn't the one I wanted to look at. I actually wanted to look at... Oh, we have no security report. Oh, okay then. Right, how do we fix a problem with our GDP? Well, I suppose what we could do is we could remove one of our things that's lowering it, like... I'm just having a look here what might be lowering it. Per transport link's definitely lowering it. Did we not pick something that was lowering it earlier? Well, gender inequality is lowering it, so let's fix that. Okay. Let's see what we got here. We have gender representation measures. Lots of those. What else do we want? We also probably want some child benefit. Yeah, let's have some of that in there. Yeah, that's going to help. Then we will also have some childcare provision. And to pay for this, we're just going to increase income tax. But, like, we can't increase income tax right now? Okay. We'll increase that next tick. So, opposition boycott election. Well, fair enough. Unemployment's dropping, health is going up, poverty is dropping. We are at technological backwater, but we have no homelessness. We get 85% of the vote. Perfect. Right. Let's raise our income tax, assuming this doesn't affect anything else, which it doesn't appear to. Raise that by about 50%. Yeah. Let's see how that goes. But then we're also going to put in a few more taxes, like a junk food tax, I think. That sounds like a good one. We'll have all of that. It's not the one I wanted. I want this one. What other kind of taxes are we looking for? A flat income tax as well? Possibly. An internet tax. Tempting. Health food subsidies? No, I think we're we're more of a taxing group. Let's have a petrol tax as well. Like, a lot. There we go. Next turn. Election results. Oh, there was an election. Perfect. That's what I like to see. Yeah. Good. We got 60%. That's reasonable. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of high turnout between environmentalists and liberals, to be fair. Because there aren't any. But you know, most elsewhere it was fine. Environment's gone down, technology's gone down, but we got rid of a lot of poverty, education, health went up, equality went up, unemployment dropped. You know, overall it could have been worse. Poor earnings went up a lot. Middle earnings and high earnings dropped, but that's, you know, not made. Like, I think overall it's gone quite well for a dictatorship. Elder statesman. You've now been returned to power by the people so many times, we are starting to wonder if it's worth putting anyone else's name on the ballot and papers. Nice work. Unexpectedly close election. The opposition gained more support than expected in the last election. Rather than risk their leader becoming more popular and a threat to our political dominance, reason could be found to have him arrested, of course. Yeah, some people are joining some of these intelligence briefings against us, but I think we're fine. Yeah. Okay. So, we have a pretty high deficit, but we do have a lot more money coming in now. What are we spending money on? Debt interest. That's a problem. That's a major problem. We could get rid of, like, some things. Like pensions, perhaps. That would get us an extra 43 billion. We really need more money coming in. Debt crisis is a major problem here. Anything we could do to fix that? Well, we could become more techie. That would probably get us more people in. Our infrastructure just sucks. That's one of our major issues. Poor transport links causing us a lot of problems. Asthma's going down. Obesity is dropping. Okay. Genital mutilation is dropping, but we need more education. I think that's the problem. We need a lot more education straight off. So let's do some adult education. Get some of that in there. We also need some... Well, let's see what we got here. Youth club subsidy. I guess technology colleges is something we want. Yeah. We want more of that going on. More education. We also want... What's this one? Members of the government cannot be prosecuted for any crimes they commit whilst in office. Yeah, sure, that sounds good. We'll have that on the way past. We'll just push it in next to something else, right? Anything else we want? I guess public libraries. It's going to increase liberals. No, that's fine. A little bit more education. After a lot of education. Anything else we need? No, nothing's jumping out at me as something we need for education. Want a child limit? No, probably not. I don't think that's something we need necessarily right now. Space program? That seems a little bit optimistic. I guess we could do technology grants. Because we're going to give it's going to lower religious membership, but we have so many things raising religious membership that should be fine. Right, let's next turn it. GM food proposal. So, we can allow it or ban it. We'll allow it. Okay, 89% of people would vote for us. Security briefing, everything's going down. Okay. How is our skills shortage doing? It's going to tick down, okay. How's our education looking after that one? There we go, education. It's going up. That's what we like to see. More education. We want education to tick upwards. That's really how we're going to solve a lot of our problems here. Mutilation's still going on, which is kind of a problem. Yeah, these are going to stay up there really high. Obesity is dropping. Poor transport links is dropping. Or are dropping. We could probably put a little bit more into something up there. I don't know. What else do we want to put into up for transport links? I mean, in transport, there's not a lot. I guess we could subsidize rail. Yeah, I mean, it's going to help our infrastructure, isn't it? And then I guess we also want to subsidize buses. Just really invest in this whole transport links thing. Then maybe bus lane. Maybe, you know what? National monorail. We'll have one of those. And we're going to have bus lanes. Nice. And, you know what? While we're at it, we can have free bus passes. Everyone is welcome to ride our free state bus. Right, what else do we want? That's fine. We'll subsidize school buses as well. Yeah. Okay, so we got a lot going on in there. Sure, we'll have universal organ donation. That's good. What else do we want? Yeah, free eye tests, definitely. And ooh, let's have some youth club subsidies. There we go. Right, next. We are a true patriot. There are people who claim to be patriots, then there are patriots, then there are true patriots like yourself. All stand to salute our glorious flag. Mass sentencing of prisoners. Hundreds of prisoners have been sentenced in a single hearing. Yup, sounds about right. Health is going up, education's going up. 93% of people would vote for us. People are joining groups against us. Okay. How's our skills shortage looking? It's dropping. Okay. Transport links, not dropping yet, but that's because it drops when infrastructure changes. Okay. Power blackouts, still not changing. Obesity is changing. Okay. Mutilation, still a problem. How's our education looking? It is ticking upwards. That looks what I like to see. Okay, asthma's going down. Right. What else can we put in here? I don't know. What we got? Child limit? I just don't really know what it would add. It tax graduates. It's probably not going to work out very well. Big game hunting? Probably not. What we could do is we could... Actually, you know what? Stem cell research. We'll have some of that while we're here. Religious really aren't going to like it, but it's going to help a bit. What we could do is we could get rid of our internet censorship because it's lowering our GDP. No, it's not. Which one was lowering our GDP? I was sure it was one of these ones was lowering it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just wrong. Do we have drug use? We just allow drug use. And then tax it. That'd get us some money. Possible that could work. Yeah, we'll get rid of our backwater soon. I think we're kind of on the right path. Let's continue down here. Oil drilling subsidies? You know what? Let's have a ton of those. That's going to help a bit. Are there any environmentalists? No. Nobody's an environmentalist. Right. What else do we want? Art subsidies? Attracts more tourists. He's gonna increase liberalism. We can't allow it. We can allow puppet shows at the minimum. We can allow the tiniest amount of foreign relations and tourism. Circuses that's our limit. Circuses. Okay. Next. Foreign liberation movement. Rebel forces from neighboring country are seeking sanctuary. Nope. Okay, 94% of the vote. People are leaving these groups again. That's fine. Okay, so let's have a look. Skill shortage. Dropping. Obesity. Dropping really quickly. Mutilation. Kind of stopped where it is because our education's still fairly low, but it is ticking upwards. That's what we like to see. Power blackouts is dropping. Or are dropping. Power transport links are dropping. Religious persecution is actually dropping. Interesting. Wonder why that is. Okay. However, I guess maybe we have less people who can have that happen to them. Our stability is changing as well. The foreign interference is going to go away at some point. We put restrictions on foreign investment. That's probably not going to go very well for us. Space program. We're going to invest in a space program. It's going to be more state employees are going to be happier, more patriots, less unemployed. Religious membership's going down, but religious is still 100%, so we're fairly good on that front. Okay. Also, a space program is barely going to affect how much we're spending because of how badly that's gone. Tax. Any taxes we can raise? I don't know. Like, we could raise alcohol tax to 100%. Really not going to help very much, but it's going to lower alcohol consumption. Corporation tax. Yeah, barely make anything out of it as it is. Property tax. Raise that up to about here. Yeah, that would probably work to make us another amount. Yeah. That would be alright. Everyone would hate it though. But who cares? Yeah, we're just going to raise property tax like a good 55%. Revenue administration. So, control all the resources given to your country's revenue administration authority, relying on all taxpayers to accurately file their forms and faithfully pay their dues is unrealistic. Pay for monitoring. We're definitely going to monitor that a lot. Yeah, we're going all in on monitoring that. Everyone will pay their taxes. Right, next turn. Foreign visit schedule. So, it's time to set the schedule for the year's diplomatic foreign visits. As a head of state, you may choose to arrange tours with existing allies or countries which would like to establish new friendships. Let's go for new friendships. There we go. Okay. We're still losing money. That much is clear. These are changing. And remember, our debt interest goes up each time. So if we're... I assume that goes up each time. So we're actually probably... Yeah, I think we're going in the right direction because it's not raising very quickly. Poor transport links is going away, as is power blackout. Obesity is about to disappear. Mutilation's still there. Education is going up. Technological backwaters dipping. Debt crisis is still high. Pollution's dropping. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Food Standards Agency. Yeah, let's go for some of that. Definitely. What else do we want? We want some... I think that we've got everything we want there. Law and Order. Want any of these? I don't know if we do. We could... I don't know, we could allow some of these. Just not sure what we would want to enable. Yeah, I think we're kind of fine there as well. Biofuel? I mean, nothing really there is great. I guess telecommuting would be fine. Put some of that in. It does help our infrastructure, actually, so that's good. We'll do some telecommuting. Tax? Nothing I really want to put in there. Small business grants, could we work? Yeah. Let's go for some robotics stuff. People seem into that. Yeah, let's continue going robotics. It's going to raise unemployment, but it's also going to lower unemployment. I guess it's up to a level. So we have a little, it's kind of equal, and then, you know what, let's go for it. Let's go for some robotics. Next turn. Yeah, we persecuted the opposition members again. Health and education have gone up. Security briefing, everything's going down again. Okay, so, how many trade unionists do we have? 7%. We're lowering that very nicely. Anything going to end next turn? That's asthma I clicked on, but that's still fairly good. Obesity is going to end. What will that do? Well, that will increase our health and will make our state health service cost go down. That'll be good. That's lowering cost and something. Power blackouts is about to end. Poor transport links are about to end. Okay. Anything else in here we're looking for? Foreign intelligence is dropping like a lot. That's going to be perfect. That affects our corruption and patriots. Okay. Technological backwater's dropping. Okay, pollution. Yeah, a lot of these are dropping. That's where we want to be. I don't really want to change too much more. Let's see if there's anything else we already have that we could increase. Border controls? Get all of those in there. It's going to lower our tourism, though, when we kind of need our tourism. We just get rid of border controls, pretty much. Patriots aren't going to be happy, but it's going to increase our tourism. And save us $500 million. Let's go for it. Let's lower border control. There's no border control anymore. National service? Oh, of course it's a top. We want it to be a top. Anything else we want? We could go for the recycling. Just kind of general things. Pollution controls. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling good at where we are. I think we're going to skip this turn. Obesity is now at an end. Unemployment is raised. Health and education are up. Curb banking bonuses, of course. 97%. These are dropping. That's what I like to see. Okay, so we've got rid of one of our health problems. That's going to help out our expenditure on our National Health Service. Okay. So, anything else changing? Technology backwater is changing. That's going to make us some more money. Okay. Pollution. Okay. Uncompetitive economy. All of these are dropping. That's kind of where we want those to be going. I think we skip another turn. I think we're good. Per transport links is now an end. Health and education have gone up. Okay, whaling. Resume or keep it in place? Of course, resume. Right, 97. All of those are going down. Right, so what? Okay, that was what I meant to click on, but that's still useful. So what that has done is it will have increased our GDP a little bit, hopefully, by getting rid of the per transport link. We're going to get rid of power blackouts next turn. That's also going to make people happier. Asthma is dropping. We still have religious persecution. We still have military interference. Uncompetitive economy is dropping as well really quickly. Skill shortage is dropping. Pollution is dropping. Technological backwater will end next turn as well. GDP will go up again. Okay, that's good. Let's get some of these things in here. So let's get some clean energy subsidies in here. We're looking for things... Oh, that'll increase it. That lowers power blackouts. Oh, perfect. We also want some recycling in here. I don't really care if we get membership of our environmentalist group. It doesn't really bother me at all. We also want some... I guess small business grants as well could be useful. Increase our GDP. Let's go for that. Let's do that for a turn. So one of my ministers is unhappy. That is the Minister for Socialist Environmentalists. Okay. Health and education have gone up. Opposition and boycotted the election. But technological backwater and power blackouts at an end, we would get 96% of the vote. Right. Security briefings going down. Deficit is still there, but hopefully all of these things that should be increasing our GDP are actually increasing our GDP. Or like getting rid of all the negative effects is going to help a lot. Okay. All of these are just dropping still. Well, I see debt crisis still up there, but I mean, that's all it can do. Education's finally started to tick in here, so I guess our education's hit a high enough point where that's starting to affect things. Good. But I like to see asthma's dropping, and it'll drop further as we do some more things in here. Carbon tax. Yeah, let's do a lot of... Oh, that's going to affect... Cancel. It's going to affect our GDP. We can't do that. We need to get rid of the debt crisis. Okay. Nature conservation, maybe? I don't know. We could tax cars, I suppose. Yeah, maybe. Oh, it's probably not going to help our infrastructure. Although our infrastructure problems are gone, so... I think we just wait another turn. Although, what I might want to do is I do kind of want to get rid of this freedom of thought and association thing I remembered earlier. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Yeah, I don't want them to have freedom of thought. That sounds bad. Right. So one of my ministers, state employees and liberals, wants to see me. Okay. Foreign intelligence interference over. DNA database, of course, we're going to allow. We want to keep track of everybody. Right. Good. So, let's have a look. Skill shortage. Ticked back up at the last second. Oh no. Uncompetitive economy did the same thing. Asthma's dropping. They need just a little bit more education. I think that's what we're getting there. We pretty much have top education. Tax credits? Nope. Not what we're after. Graduate tax. Health food subsidies? No. Enterprise investment scheme? Maybe. I don't know. Foreign investor tax breaks, not really what I'm looking for. Capital equipment subsidies. Maybe. Yeah, it could be useful. I don't know. Let's go for some clean fuel subsidies. I say cancel that. Don't want that. That's fine. I'm just gonna skip the turn. Technological advantage has appeared. Nice. Okay, so that's gonna help our GDP. Stock exchange has appeared, so that's going to help our GDP, hopefully. Nice, okay. Fracking, of course we're going to allow it. 99% of people would vote for us. Good. Let's keep going. Let's see what else we got. We have skill shortage still there. Uncompetitive economy is about to end, so we're going to have a competitive economy again. Pollution is dropping. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're on the right track still. Debt is still, deficit's still there. Government borrowing still a lot of our income. But that's fine. Next turnip. Tourist killed an animal attack. That's not so great. Uncompetitive economy is at an end. Our GDP is up. High productivity is developed. Nice. More GDP. Fantastic. Does that mean our GDP isn't zero anymore? That is true. That means that next turn, in theory, we're going to start making money. Okay, that's what I like to see. Skill shortage is almost over. Almost over. It's so close to being over. Anything that we could do to increase that by just a tiny amount. I don't know. I guess we could put tax credits, but we don't want there to be private stuff. We want everything to be, yeah, kind of internal. No, there isn't a lot that we can really do there. Fuel efficiency standards, biofuel subsidies. I don't know, satellite road pricing. Like, none of those are going to change anything. Like, none of this is going to change anything. I think we're fine there. Have we got anything in schools we haven't looked at yet? Abortion law, we haven't looked at that. We can just get rid of that. Liberals will hate it, but actually it would help out quite a lot otherwise. Gender inequality would go up, though, which isn't ideal for us right now. Anything else we want in here? Devolution. It's all central government now. We could have it be local government, I suppose. Patriots wouldn't like that. Liberals would, but there aren't any liberals. Lower racial tension, though. Increase the number of people who are state employees. I kind of want to do that. How many people are state employees, out of curiosity? Where would I even see that? State employees. There's one of these, isn't it? Oh, there we go. 86% of people are state employees. That's pretty good. Let's increase that number. I guess we could allow organic farming. Yeah, that one's okay. I'm okay with that one. Next turn. The Kyoto Award. We may be members of a small club, but it's an important one. We're proudly one of the few nations that are taking our climate change obligations seriously. Alright then, unemployment has dropped, health is fine, education's dropped. One of my ministers is unhappy, that's socialist environmentalist. One of them resigned. Okay. Let's have a look here. Our deficit didn't go up again. Okay. Pollution is dropping. Skill shortage went up. Why? Oh, because of our technology increasing? Oh, okay. Our high productivity might disappear, actually. That's not good. Our education is going up still, right? No, our education dropped. Oh, why did it drop? Child labor. Okay, well, if you insist, I'll make it banned. That's fine. We'll get rid of it. Fine, I suppose. Okay, what else do we want to get rid of? I like it that we're bringing back in the environmentalists slowly. Capitalists are still hate us. Religious? Still 100%, still like us. Okay, anything else we really want to do? I don't think so. I think we just want to next turn it. Oh, we have to put in new ministers, so we actually only have 2. Let's fire this minister for 1 political capital. We'll hire in a new foreign policy minister. There we go, this guy. And then here, public services, we'll hire in a new one. Hire in this person. There we go. Right, next. Internet tracking, of course, we'll allow it. Health has gone up, GDP's gone up, education's gone up, poverty's dropped. Nice. Turns out getting rid of child labor probably helped us a little bit. Yeah, that's going to turn that around. How many implementations was it? It was a 1. Okay. That's continuing to drop. Pollution is dropping. Okay, asthma's over. We got rid of asthma entirely. Okay, military interference is actually dropping. Next turn. Asthma's at an end. Will election result change? Do we change the election? Oh no, they're claiming we changed the election result. We didn't. GDP, health, and education have gone up. Poverty has dropped. Residential credit facilities disappeared. Okay, so we're gonna get more GDP from that. Get 99% in the election. That's good. Right. Is there anything else we can do? I mean, we could raise income tax, I suppose. Raise it up this much. Yeah. 90% income tax is now in place. See how that goes. We'd really rather like people to be paying us money now. Sales tax? No, I think we could probably take a nice 50% sales tax on here as well. Yeah. Right, next. Calls to leave union. Should we leave our union or hold a referendum? We'll make the decision. Right, health has gone up, education's gone up, poverty has gone up, but our deficit has dropped. We have dropped the deficit down. Okay. I'm now making a lot of income from income tax. That's good. Pollution is about to drop under, which will be good for health. Mutilation's about to end. Well, soon. Skill shortage is about to end. Okay. Next turn. Oh, it's our vote. There's an opposition. People were allowed to vote for the opposition. Round these people up. Right now. Okay. So, 82 million people. Breakdown. Who voted against us? Motorists. Motorists were our largest group who voted against us. Okay. So, crime stayed the same at 0. Health is up by 83. Education's up. Fantastic. Bus usage up by 100%. Okay, wow. All of these are up. Poor earnings are up a ton, but middle and higher down. I suspect that's because everybody is now earning pretty much exactly the same. GDP is up by 31%. Okay, that's good. No tobacco usage, no legal drugs, no foreign aid received. We are a dictatorship, pretty much. I mean, yeah, that's as high as it gets. Next turn. Brain drain and black market and positive action. Sure. Anyway, I think we're going to end it there because we have the unlimited term limits. This could literally last forever. So I think this is a good point to end. We do roughly 2 terms each country, depending on whether we die or not. So that seems good. I'll just save that in case we want to come back to... Did I save that? It's the same as something I'd previously saved. No, that's fine. Save game. Right, there we go. Let's quit to the main menu so we can have a look at our compass. There we go. That's where we want to see it. We were so conservative that we are actually just, you know, we're blocking the name conservative. That's what I like to see. We're somewhere different. We are quite definitely not, like, we're not really anything else. I mean, we're a little bit capitalist, a little bit socialist, depending, but really, we are 100% conservative on this little compass here. That was fun. It was trying a different way. It actually worked better than I thought it did. I thought we were going to get assassinated, but I think the police state plan at the start worked out fairly well. So, please tell me what you want to see next time. Which country do you want to see, and what kind of style if you want to see something different. Countries that we have not seen yet: Mauritius, Tunisia, Ghana, Senegal. What else we got here? We got Zambia. We also have Kenya, and we have Nigeria. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.